New member engagement programs tend to hit their stride after 3 to 6 years. What's up with that? Well, during the qualitative, association professionals explained this in two ways. One way they said is that a lot of new member engagement programs start very small, and they start with maybe one tactic, and they see some benefit, and so then they add another tactic and another tactic. The other reason they said was that everything we start with doesn't work necessarily at the outset. And so they're in there all the time, testing new things and measuring and analyzing and refining. And in that way, these programs become far more successful over time. In the report, we talk about this. We talk about how play with things like frequency. And so, test. Maybe right now you've got a touch going out every month. Well, try something new. Try something in the first 3 weeks, one touch every week for the first 3 weeks, and then pull it back even tighter. Try one touch every day for the first 3 days. You can play with that. Play with the tactics. And so maybe you find out that you can't measure, you're not getting any benefit from having postcards, so pull back on the postcards. Maybe you try video. Maybe you try phone calls. So those are the things that you can certainly play with. One thing that we didn't touch on in the report that I'd like to share with you is about messaging. The data is pretty clear on this point, and that is that set it and forget it programs do not work because the content, the messaging gets very stale, and members see that. However, when we put something on our calendar for every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, every year, any of those, but if we're updating regularly, we're going into our messaging, whether it's our emails, our letters, our postcards, our website, and making sure that that information, each one of those messages is relevant and new and on track, then those programs are far more successful.